Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another brand new video here on the channel. Today we're taking a look at all of the buffs and all of the nerfs that happened with this new Modern Warfare update. I'm showing you literally every single change that was made with this new update so you guys are completely informed, and obviously you guys can see, what the better guns are now and what's been nerfed, what's been buffed, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Make sure to drop this video a like if you do enjoy, of course. So starting off with some start ammo and max ammo adjustments. They increased the max ammo for the M4.58 SOCOM rounds. They increased the max ammo and start ammo on the CR56 AMAX M67 rounds. Wow, that was a mouthful. The SKS 10 round mags, the Striker 45 hollow point rounds, the SCAR default mags, the Odin default mags, and they increased the start ammo for the SCAR to 25 round mags and the Odin to 25 round mags. So just a ton of new ammo updates right there. I'm glad they adjusted the SCAR and the Odin because those two weapons only had 20 bullets for some reason, and it made them kind of weaker, especially when you're going up against like an M4. I mean, you're screwed from the start, really. Next, we're getting into the snipers, boys. Alright, they blessed the snipers with this new update. They buffed all three of the snipers, not including the new Barrett 50 cal and also the good marksman rifles. So anyway, for the AX50, they increased the damage range. This means that it's going to do more damage at longer ranges. Basically, you're going to get a one-hit kill more often than it was before, so that's obviously a great change. The HDR is now a guaranteed one hit to the lower torso at any range. So guys, if you have the HDR and you hit anyone literally from the lower torso up to the head, one shot kill guaranteed, no bullshit. So literally the only way you're getting a hit marker is if you hit them in the legs or if you hit them through a wall. So now the HDR is an absolute powerhouse. Now for the Car 98K, they had a few buffs here which I'm pretty surprised about. They increased the ADS speed. There is now a small decrease to hip spread and an increased damage range. Guys, honestly, I thought the Car 98K was a little bit too overpowered when it came to like quick scoping and all that. You could zoom in pretty fast and the one-shot kill hitbox was pretty big in my opinion. However, they just made it even better. They made it even faster to aim down sights. They made it even easier to hit no scopes, and they increased the damage range too. So this thing is an absolute powerhouse now. The MK2 carbine also received a buff as well, which once again I'm so surprised about. There's faster movement speed and there's more increased damage range. I personally thought the MK2 carbine was like the easiest gun to quickscope with. However, they made it even faster. So you know what? I'm not complaining. We'll see how this plays out down the road. The Dragunov, I don't use this piece of shit, but it did get a buff as well. They increased the ADS speed. It's now a 2-hit kill minimum. The gun recoil returns to the center more, and there's a faster rate of fire. So it did actually receive some decent buffs right there. I'm glad they increased the ADS speed because the Dragunov felt clunky as hell, and now it's a 2-hit kill minimum. So if you hit them twice, no matter what, they're dying. So overall, I think that was a pretty good buff, as well as just to all the snipers in general here. I'm glad they like buffed literally every single one. Next, moving on to some assault rifles, okay? The FAL added a close range damage shelf with one-hit headshot potential. Now this means that if you are close enough and if you hit someone in the head, the FAL could potentially get a one-shot kill. Now this is not too big of a change. I mean, the FAL is already powerful as is, and I'm assuming this one-hit headshot potential, you have to be like up close, like right next to him. So I don't know. I mean, it's obviously a nice buff. The FAL is pretty good in game already, but hey, it just got even better. The AK-47 got increased ADS speed. Now I'm glad they did this. The AK-47 kind of felt clunky as well, like the Dragunov, like it aimed in kind of slow, and the recoil obviously is pretty bad on that weapon, so I'm glad they buffed it a little bit here. They nerfed the Gallade, which I'm so happy about. That thing was way too overpowered when it was first added. The CR56 AMAX decreased damage range, so it's gonna do less damage now at range. So thank God you're not gonna be able to get mapped by like 3 shots with this thing. I mean, I was just getting so pissed off. Like when Scrapyard 24/7 was out and everyone was using the Gallade, I was getting mopped, like destroyed. So I'm glad they nerfed that. The MP5, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally been nerfed. It did receive a decent amount of nerfs. The MP5 has decreased damage range now. There's decreased 10mm damage range. They reduced the long range damage to 10mm ammo, and there's slight recoil increase to the 10mm ammo. It basically made the MP5's range a little bit weaker, and these 10mm rounds just got absolutely destroyed. There's more recoil now with those rounds, and the range is less as well. Kind of sucks, but hey, I'm glad they're nerfing the MP5. It's been long waited now. The Grau 5.56 also received a nerf as well. First of all, there's damage range reduction, there's a slight increase to high frequency recoil. They reduced recoil compensation and decreased range on the Tempest 26.4 Archangel and the FSS 20.8 Nexus barrels. So basically they nerfed a few attachments to make it weaker at range once again, and there's also a little bit more recoil for the weapon as well. Honestly, not too bad. I thought they're gonna hit the Grau way harder, so who knows, maybe the Grau is still gonna be overpowered in Warzone, especially. Oh my god, dude, the Grau is a go-to. Next, a quick little update to shotgun slugs, if you guys are into these. They increased the projectile velocity, they reduced ADS spread, they added dynamic hit spread, they increased damage ranges, and increased lower torso damage. So just a big buff to shotgun slugs. I never really use this attachment, let alone any of the shotguns really, unless I'm like really pissed. But hey, if you guys want to try out these shotgun slugs now, apparently they're a lot better than they were before. And finally, a quick little nerf to the no stock attachment. They increased the weapon recoil and decreased ADS aiming steadiness. I'm kind of pissed about this. I use the no stock attachment on almost all of my weapons, so you know, I'm kind of bumming. But hey, I guess it was needed. Maybe it was just a little bit too overpowered. But anyway, there you guys go. Those were all of the new buffs and nerfs that happened with this most recent Modern Warfare update. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.